Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today, we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on August 28, 2025, about 5 days ago. The standout result is an adaptive router that reaches 93% of GPT-4 performance at about 25% of GPT-4 cost, using only bandit feedback instead of full supervision. The paper is titled Adaptive LLM Routing Under Budget Constraints, and as we will see later, the implications for cost-efficient deployment are quite significant. In short, the method learns a shared query and model embedding space, uses a preference-informed LinUCB router, and enforces budgets with an online knapsack-style policy. On X, posts highlight the headline result, 93% of GPT-4 performance at 1/4 cost, emphasizing weak bandit feedback routing and links to RX5 and Hacker News, with modest engagement. The previous figure outlined the high-level pipeline. Figure 1 shows how pre-training aligns queries and models using human preferences, which creates a shared space where similar query and model pairs sit closer. The left panel depicts scattered query embeddings that disagree despite sharing the same preferred model. The top right panel shows contrastive learning pulling those queries together. The bottom right panel then places model embeddings near the projected queries, so the router starts with meaningful similarity scores. So the previous figure established the shared space. Figure 2 shows how routing operates online. The router ingests a user query, the budget and query count constraints, and the pool of candidate models, then selects one model using an uncertainty-boosted score. The chosen model returns an answer, and user feedback flows back, which updates the router to improve future choices. This loop treats models as bandit arms, so learning accelerates without evaluating every model each time. Alright, the previous figure walked through the online routing loop. Table 1 summarizes the entire evaluation plan, which splits into main, experiments, and analysis studies. The main block lists budget versus performance curves, data efficiency with varying learning bucket sizes, and cumulative regret tracking, so the setup measures cost, sample efficiency, and learning quality. The analysis block then covers routing behavior across tasks, routing latency overhead, the online cost policy, embedding sensitivity, comparison to static binary routers, and ablations on human preference learning. Okay, the previous figure summarized the evaluation plan. Figure 3 presents the outcomes across single-task and multitask settings. The left block covers MMLU, and the right block covers router bench, with each block split into cost versus performance, learning bucket size, and cumulative regret. The orange bars and lines mark PILOT, which leads across budgets, retains higher deployment performance as learning data grows, and accumulates the lowest regret because uncertainty-guided exploration stays efficient. The plots also show binary and multi-model routing, where stronger budgets push performance closer to GPT-4. Alright, the previous figure reported overall gains. Figure 4 compares cost policies head-to-head. The left panel plots deployment performance versus budget, and the right panel shows mean reciprocal rank, which scores how high the chosen model ranks among candidates. Across budgets, the orange curve stays above the green and blue baselines, so the online knapsack-style policy selects better models within the same dollars. The gap narrows at higher budgets, which suggests diminishing returns once many strong models become affordable. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. Adaptive routing as a contextual bandit delivers near GPT-4 quality at a fraction of the cost, and the shared query and model embedding space plus a knapsack-style cost policy makes the system both data efficient and budget-aware. The broader implication is practical, scalable deployment. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.